Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. Today I'm going to show you what I do with my zucchini. Every year I grow two or three zucchini bushes, and I always end up with way too many zucchini than I can handle. And the other thing too is that it happens at the worst time of year. You know, you might get 35, 40 degrees Celsius in Australia, and you don't want to be cooking zucchini when it's that hot. So what I do with it these days is put it through a grater, and then I'll go and freeze them. So they just go into freezer bags, store them until I'm ready to actually use them. Now, zucchini in the freezer when they've been grated are fine if you're doing them for things like, I've got a zucchini chocolate cake recipe, and I do a really nice chunky zucchini soup. And even the zucchini slice when I make those, because all of those ingredients use blended or grated zucchinis, so it's great for those sorts of recipes. All of those recipes you'll find on my channel as well, and I'll pop the links up there for them too. But today I'm going to show you how easy it is to just process all of the zucchini, throw them in the freezer until a cooler day when I can actually cook it up. Sometimes these zucchinis are more than double this size. It's amazing. In a day or two, they just expand. So I could easily have 10 kilos of zucchinis in about 3 days. So all I want to do is just chop the tops and bottoms off, and you want to cut it up into chunks that will fit through my little slicing tool here. So I just use the cheese grating mix on my slicer. And this will just go through my slicer. Grab yourself a big bowl, because you're going to do a lot. So you can see how quick this is, much easier than doing it by hand. So I'll get all of this done in the next 5 minutes or so, and then I can freeze it all up. Okay, that is it. All that's left for me to do now is to bag this up into some freezer bags or containers and pop it in the freezer until I'm ready to actually use them. There's a fair bit there, isn't there? The favourite thing I like making with all this zucchini is the chunky zucchini soup. It's a really, really delicious soup with a nice thick chunky speck bacon and mushrooms as well. So chunky bacon and chunky mushrooms, and the zucchini is pureed, and it's a really, really nice thick consistency, and it's got cream in it as well. Recipe's up there. So yeah, I'll bag this up now and get them into the freezer. One of the reasons why I like to mix this up is because it's a lot easier to store bags, compressed bags of this zucchini in the freezer than it is to store whole zucchini. You end up with a lot of airspace. So if you're tight to space, it's the best option for you. So all I'll do now is pop it into the bags, put a label on them, date it as well, and put good portions into the bag, and then you can take out what you need for whatever project or whatever recipe you're about to use. So I'll pop about that much into a freezer bag, squash it down nicely, seal it up tightly, label it and put a date on it, and then it's off to the freezer. So I'm going to be here a little while bagging up all this zucchini. If you like this recipe and you want to see some more, hit subscribe and you'll be kept up to date with anything else I might get up to in the kitchen, the garden or in the sewing room. That's it for now. See you next time.